All my life I've been trying to prove to people that I am not anorexic. That's what I had to deal with. That was especially true for middle school and for high school. Many people out there, just casual friends I talked to during break times, some of my teachers, basically people who didn't know me that well, they thought that I was anorexic. I looked these people in the eyes and I knew they thought that I was throwing myself up every day at home, that I was intentionally starving myself, that I looked in the mirror and saw something like this. That is not the truth. I've never been anorexic in my entire life, yet that was the stigma I had to live with. I've never really blamed people for thinking that because I know that many of these people, especially adults, were coming from a place of concern, but it was a hard burden to live with, especially when I was younger. I've never thought of my weight as anything good. I always knew I was underweight, even though I wasn't dangerously underweight. Yet I've never really cared about my weight, believe it or not. I've never thought of myself as fat. I've never looked in the mirror and saw something that wasn't in the mirror. In fact, I did not even pay attention to myself. I didn't pay attention to what I looked like until I turned 16. Believe me or not, but that is the truth. So, my childhood. I wouldn't say that I ate enough in my childhood, but I didn't really pay much attention to it. After all, I was a child. There are a few reasons why I didn't eat that much. The food was just disgusting, okay? In my childhood, I was extremely picky about the food. No eggs, no milk products, no mayo or ketchup, which were the only dressings when I was growing up. Majority of grain and porridges seemed disgusting to me. No veggies, almost no veggies, no fish. I'm still picky about my food, but now I'm trying to be more healthy and now I eat way more stuff than I did when I was a child. While growing up, when my relatives asked for my opinion on what to cook, surprise, I ate. If they didn't ask for my opinion and cooked something disgusting instead, I either ate very, very little or I tried my best to refuse the food altogether and eat sandwiches, cookies, something like that. Surprise, isn't it? Me, being a little girl, it's tasty, I eat it. It's not tasty, I don't eat it. Was too hard for my family to figure out? No. I must be anorexic. I think that I'm fat. I want to lose weight even though I'm just 8 years old. That's what my family thought of me. That is how I was treated. I knew that they were coming from a place of concern and love and they just tried to keep me nourished. But they went way overboard sometimes, way overboard. At my grandma's house, I ate 2-3 hot meals per day. At my mother's house, I ate 1 or 2 hot meals a day. Besides that, I ate sandwiches, cookies, bread buns all the time. By my country standards, that's actually not that much food. But it's not as though I was starving myself to be an anorexic, which is how I was often treated. There is a popular talk show that my family used to often watch. It was a guest show. They invited a variety of guests discussing a variety of social issues. About twice per year, they'd invite an anorexic girl and her family to come to the show and talk about her anorexia. And every time that show was on, I was made by my family to sit with them and watch the show. I wasn't just made to sit with them. As I was sitting watching the show, thinking that I had better things to do, thinking about how stupid these girls were, I had my female relatives standing over me, screaming at me. Is this what you want to be? Is this how you want to look like? Do you think that this girl is pretty? Don't you see that this girl is dying? Do you want to die? I'm not kidding. That is what happened in my household every time an anorexic girl was a guest on a show. And if I refused to come to them when the show started, after all I had better things to do, they would physically drag me to watch the show with them. Okay, I've had a rough time growing up skinny with my family. Not all skinny girls have such experiences with their families. Or so I hope. You know, society also didn't treat me that well. I guess the fact that I didn't eat at school did not help, but my school only lasted for 5 hours. I ate before the school and I ate either lunch or dinner at home, so I did not think that it was a very big deal. But if I did eat at school, I often saw people whispering while looking at me. I also had people coming up to me while I was eating and making passive-aggressive comments about my weight. There were a few cases when a girl would see me eating something that was bad, a chocolate, a high-calorie bun, and they were shocked. I remember I even saw one girl saying to her friend, "See, even Paulina eats this, so we can eat it as well." And that nasty tone, the tone these girls were using when they were talking about my non-existent diet. So many times I've gotten, "Whoa, I didn't know someone like you would eat something like that." Actually, sometimes I felt like I needed to eat something bad, something high sugar, high calorie, high trans fat in front of other people so I could prove to people that I wasn't on any diets. I really had a rough time at school. I was especially bullied in elementary school and middle school about my appearance, about my character, about me being too prude. Refusing to try a vape, which was already leaked by my classmate, was considered to be prude. So on top of bullying, on top of me not having any friends, on top of me having family issues like the fact that my father died when I was 12 years old, the weight comments made the situation only worse. Many of these girls were on diet at some point of high school. None of them really needed to be on a diet in my opinion, yet they all judged me over me being on a non-existent diet, over me having a non-existent bulimia problems. They commented on the way I looked all the time. They commented on my appearance, on me being skinny, often having negative undertones in their voices. Yet I know that many of them were secretly jealous of the way I looked, and I don't think they should have been. As I said, I think that girls in my school were truly beautiful inside and out. Actually, not so much on the inside, but outside, so many girls in my school, they were so beautiful. In fact, because of such treatment, I often viewed my skinniness as something negative. I looked at other normal-looking girls and I wanted to be like them, especially in my junior and senior years of high school. If I wore a dress and my skinny legs were showing, teachers during break times often came to me, grabbing my waist from behind, telling me that I was super skinny, telling me that I need to eat, telling me that I need to stop being on a diet all the time. At least when it comes to obese people or overweight people, it's usually their family who urges them to lose weight. People I casually talked with felt the need to constantly comment on my appearance, telling me constantly that I needed to gain weight, constantly asking what I was eating, how much I was eating, and constantly asking me what was the number that was shown on my weights. I can't find clothes that fits me. I can't tell my size with 100% certainty because different types of clothes from different countries, from different stores tend to sit differently. But I know I have things in my wardrobe which are between 0 and 4 US size, depending on the brand and the type of clothes. I remember I was super sad once and I decided to go shopping to the biggest mall in my city. After 6 hours of shopping, I could not find a single skirt or a single top that fitted me. I mean, I know that many girls struggle when going shopping, many girls struggle to find stuff that look flattering on them, but it wasn't even that I couldn't find anything that was flattering. I simply could not find anything that was made for my body type. It was a harsh day for me. And no, I can't even order clothes online. Majority of companies don't deliver to my country, or delivery usually costs a fortune. Besides, returning items can be quite hard. Also, not all stores have clothes size shown in centimeters, which is the only way I can know whether the item will fit me or not. Majority of sites have the XS, S, BS, which tells absolutely nothing about the actual size of the clothes. When I was about 14 or 15 years old, I remember listening to a few songs by Nicki Minaj and by Beyonce, both very curvy ladies. And in their songs and interviews, they often shamed, quote, skinny bitches. And I was told that I could not even be offended over it, despite media promoting girls like Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, the Kardashians. But no, I had no right to be offended when somebody calls me a skinny bitch. I gained 5 kilograms, it's about 11 pounds, in September and October. That would be okay if I gained them being healthy, but I gained them while acquiring very unhealthy eating habits, looking at my new classmates. And then I was talking with my classmate, and I remember her complaining over gaining 1 pound, 500 grams. The conversation looked exactly like this. I gained 500 grams this past year. Well, I gained 5 kilograms in just 2 months, so don't worry. Yes, but you're skinny anyway. Your body does not change at all, unlike mine, so don't complain. You're so mean. So, in her eyes, her gaining 500 grams in a year was a tragedy, while me gaining 10 times the amount in 2 months was not even worth a discussion. Screw that! Listen, I own weights and they lie in a very easily accessible place, and because of that I can weight myself 10 times a day if I want to, and because of that I know that your weight changes by 2 kilograms, aka 5 pounds in a day. So if I weight myself at different times of the day, I can see my weight being different by 2-3 kilograms. And my friend came over to my house and stayed for a few days, and she also noticed her weight being different by 2 kilograms. I know that many girls don't own weights, or they don't have them lying in a very easily accessible place, so when they weigh themselves once per few months, they see the change and they often get depressed. Many of the girls don't know that having your weight changing by 2-3 kilograms throughout the day is completely normal and natural. No one can see that, Karen. It's natural. But gaining 5 kilograms for me, it was clearly visible. I clearly had more fat on my legs and my tummy. My family, my closest friends, even my grandmother told me that I gained weight. I couldn't fit that easily into skinny jeans anymore, and it was just easily brushed off by other girls as they were complaining about their invisible weight gain. You know, that doesn't feel good. All my life, people made me feel like my feelings over my body, they were of no importance. I could not think anything about my body, good or bad. My own feelings were brushed off because, you know, I'm skinny. Skinny girls can't get hurt over body comments, right? Right? And yet it's me who is told that I am promoting unhealthy body standards. I'm told that my body type is not realistic. I feel pretty real to myself. Don't know about you guys. So, my message for the day, please be kind to skinny girls. We also have feelings. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Please share it with your friends if you think they might enjoy the content. Also, please comment if you have anything to say. Have a good day, everybody. I'm leaving for vacation until September. Don't lose me. Bye!